Sister Felicia Hampton. Tag a friend and bring him in.
Yes, sir.
You're listening to the Freeman Bosley Jr. Show on KTZ 1600. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
AM. With me is my trusted sidekick, buddy, Anthony Shaheed. What's up, man?
I'm feeling good, man.
I'm feeling all right?
I'm feeling good like a black man should. I say, assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I'm honored this morning. I'm getting nervous because I'm excited about all the stuff we got this morning, man. I mean, we got a lot of good stuff today.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of good stuff we're going to talk about, but we're going to give you some preliminary things like it's not funny, but this is some serious stuff, and people don't quite understand it. We had a situation out in Hazelwood at the Hazel Elementary School where two mothers pulled guns out during an argument at the Hazelwood Elementary School. Now, what the hell is going on out there? And why would anybody be pulling guns out at a school where there are children around? The story goes that, as it would have it, one mom cuts another mom off while they're pulling into the drop-off area, okay? All right, she's upset, the one that got cut off. All right, the one that cut her off realizes that the lady's upset, parks her car, comes over to the lady's car to apologize. She starts apologizing, and next thing you know, they get into an argument, and the mom in the car pulls out her gun. And the lady who's at the car says, okay, wait a minute, hold that point. She goes to her car, gets her gun, and comes back and says, now what we talking about?
This ain't funny at all.
No, it is not funny at all. Nobody was hurt.
You said at elementary school.
At elementary school.
That means some babies up in there, straight kids.
No, being dropped off all around. You know what I'm saying? And luckily and fortunately, nobody was hurt. No weapons were fired. But this just gives us an example of how tempers can flare during this pandemic.
No conflict resolution at all.
Yeah, we get upset. Yeah, people do cut you off. Yeah. Sometimes it's unintentional. Sometimes it is intentional. But needless to say,
you take it
if
to
it
that
does happen, it's not necessary to take it to the level where we pulling guns.
Yeah, you escalating that to the level, and what I'm listening to you saying, elementary school, so it couldn't be they couldn't go no higher than the 6th grade.
McNair Elementary School.
Wow. In
the Hazelwood School District. Yeah. McNair Elementary School.
That's some white folks.
You know that.
I'm just asking a question. I have a right to ask a question, don't
you know.
I wanted to anybody get locked up, but I guess it's a little different if you're at the OK Corral.
No. I don't think this is white school.
You sure?
Yeah. Well, do you all know the white people out there at McNair?
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm just asking questions.
Well, you can ask a question, but what about that?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case, but that's what happened.
This don't make any sense, though. That's terrible.
Pistol packing mamas.
Is that what they call them now? Pistol packing mamas.
Pistol packing mamas. That was we used to do the folk dance when we were in high school, when we were in grade school at Farragut, and one of the major songs was "Pistol Packing Mama." They say, "Lay that pistol down, baby, lay that pistol down, pistol packing mama, you lay that pistol down, girl." That was long time ago.
At some point, we got to figure out how somebody could have got killed. I learned when I was very young, and I'm quite sure people out here listening to us, you never pull a pistol unless you're going to use it.
That's true.
So why would you, brother, and just for the record too, we got to give respect to Brother Bosley. We got to say that, man. We got to set the tone for who's the engineer tonight, who's behind the cameras.
Bombay Bosley in the house, y'all.
Who's behind the cameras, who's behind...
Camera ready, who's behind the whole production
The whole production. And we want to give a shout out to young brother.
Right on, Bombay. Appreciate you, my man. Yeah. But getting back now, this situation here is just, we're at a loss. You at a loss for words, man.
Yeah, whoever did it, I was just being for teaching, but at the same time, I'm asking a question because how do you do something like this? You know, I don't want
Knowing where you at.
I don't want nobody to cut me off, but at the same time, I wouldn't pull no gun. And if I didn't have my gun and help somebody pull it, I'd be trying to get the hell away from there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go try to get mine and come back.
You would say, wait a minute,
I'll be
wait a
right
minute, wait a minute, I'll be right back.
I shall return, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
so.
it's like that, huh?
Yeah, it's
that's
like
what
that.
that's what the
they
mama
say.
said. It's like that. All right, well we're gonna see.
Yeah. And then the kids sitting there looking like, Mama, you gonna shoot?
Yeah, Mama, you gonna shoot? Cause the kid's probably still in the car.
Mama, please don't
Yeah,
get
Mama,
shot.
come
Mama,
on,
don't get
Mama,
hurt,
yeah.
Mama. Mama, because the kids
But-
get a chance. I'm gonna tell you, sometimes some of these 6 and 7, 8-year-olds, if you listen to them and you talk to them, you'd be surprised some of the things they be saying. They're not as slow as what you. Well, I'm not saying they slow, but you'd be surprised the things that come out of a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 9, 10-year-old. You'd be very surprised some things come out their mouth. I promise
Hey,
you.
look, let me tell you this. They would 9-year-olds are advising parents, Daddy, don't do that. Daddy, if I was you, Daddy, I wouldn't even be bothered with them people. You know what I'm saying?
you're right.
How does a kid 9 years old
Yeah.
at that point arrive at those type of conclusions? That's because they are now children a lot more worldly
You're right.
than
You're
we
right.
were, a lot more worldly. So they're processing things
And
at a
they-
much more
And I'm
deeper
gonna tell you, man,
aspect.
anytime it could be a mother and a father having an argument. Those children could be damn near 2 years old and be knowing that, hey, Daddy or whoever, don't put your hands on Mama. Mama, y'all don't argue. They might not understand the whole gravitation of what's happening, but they know something ain't right. You know, y'all don't supposed to be doing this here, and they don't feel good about it because they
That's
love
right.
Mama, they love
Love
Daddy,
Daddy.
and they can feel when something is happening and you can cause yourself some trouble. So I can only imagine how that baby was feeling or those children was feeling before they got dropped off. And then the conversation of the kids when they went into the school. Well, those kids, I bet that was a hell of a conversation, man.
Man, your mama was up here.
What kind of gun did she have?
That's right. They ain't even getting into that. Yeah, what kind of gun was that? I think that was a 9mm Glock, dude.
And no, tell what they saying.
Man,
I know we ain't too far from a break, so but we wanted to kind of elaborate on that.
kind of
And,
bring it in a little light at
Yeah,
first before we go
go.
hard in the paint. You know what I'm saying?
Is that what's going?
Yeah, before we go hard in the paint,
Well, you know, Sister Secretary Felicia's on special assignment. Brother Kevin's on special assignment, and the senator is on special
The
assignment.
senators up there in the legislature, they had a session
This week, I know
this
they did.
week,
Yeah.
and they went up. I think they've been up there since Monday.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't know how long before our break come, but I wanted to mention too also, and then we can talk about it. We come back. It was really nice, man. The taste of Black St. Louis.
You went to it?
Oh, brother, man,
Okay.
it was extremely nice.
Where was it, she?
It was what they call the Foundry.
Oh yeah, I went to the fountain. Me and my daughter went down there the other day.
Okay, on Forest Park and Vandervenna.
Mm-hmm.
And Brother Bosley, when I tell you it was nice, the turnout was nice, atmosphere was nice, and not one argument. I didn't see nothing ignorant.
Yeah.
Nothing, not one thing, you know.
Okay.
So I know we got less than a minute or so, but, you know, maybe when we come back, we can just talk
Well,
about
that's
something
good.
because
Yeah.
it was the black vendors. You would have loved it because they were talking about, we was pushing it was black vendors down there, man.
Mm-hmm.
And they made money down there, I promise you.
Well, that's good. That's good. All right, then. You're listening to the Freeman Bosley Jr. Show. It's time for a break, ladies and gentlemen. We're on KATZ.
You got to say hallelujah.
1600.
But you got-
Hallelujah.
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 Yes, sir. That's what.
Hallelujah.
That's what he told us. to say.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. 1600.
Hallelujah.
Yes, sir.
Hallelujah.
Well.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, my brother.
1600. Keep it on lock. Quick.
Plan.
All right.
Now, somebody said to us, and I won't say who their name was, they want to come on our show, and they might want to close out with "Stop Playing." You know.
Well, you
we-
got
we-
some
we
people
like-
that just
we-
want to get on here to say stop playing. They
yeah.
want to say. I didn't realize how excited people get
They
about
serious
that.
about that. They be
Yeah.
paying attention to that.
Notice our our guest was it Darren Cunningham? Those
Yes.
the people
Yes.
from was it the Jubilee Transportation
Right, the truck- yes.
School?
Yes.
We are trucking school.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were excited
Really-
about
really
that.
excited.
And who else was Rob Ruger? Oh
man,
God,
Rob
yeah,
Ruger,
he
hey,
couldn't
man.
wait. He had to
told-
get his in.
Hey, nobody told him to say nothing. He said that, but you did because you told him. You say you feel at home.
Yeah,
and
come on.
Jumping, you an advisor for this is what you do. You're a consultant.
Yeah.
Consult us, and the next
Yeah,
thing
come
you know,
on now.
he came right on in and slid on in. So, brothers and sisters, we appreciate y'all being patient with us. You know, we tape live. And we got a lot of hot information to get out. And that's one of the things we do. We believe in getting information out. It's very important that you get this kind of information out. And the information that we're going to get out is going to be extremely important. Also, we're talking about black businesses. I've met a lot of black businesses.
Wait a minute. We supposed to have some airy something up in here today.
Yeah, we did, but you want me to tell you? You want me to lie to you the truth?
No, don't lie to me. Tell me the truth.
Okay.
What happened?
I didn't get a chance to get by there and get
Thank
it.
you. All right,
Yeah.
then that's good enough. Because I ain't going to press you about it.
I don't want you to keep on saying that, because you love Aries, but it's not Aries, man. So if you're going to say it, I need you to say it right.
Oh, that's right.
And it's okay. I ain't got no problem. We're not getting no argument on this.
It's the East Side Express.
Yes.
These are the people that have the stir-fried.
A lot of other stuff not.
I just want to talk to them about the stir-fried just to kind of put that out there because it's so good. And you know, like I said, I like meat a lot of times. And this stuff, this stir-fry, has no meat in it at all. None. And it is just so good.
All vegetables.
It's all vegetables,
Sure.
and it is so good. And so get a chance, like Anthony Shahid said, there's plenty of other stuff on that menu. They got fish, they got chicken, they got rice, they got all kinds of stuff. So give them a shot. They're at 1950 State Street in East St. Louis, Illinois. Telephone number is 618-857-2548. I'll say it again. Telephone number is 618-857-2548. They're at 1950 State Street in East St. Louis. That's East Side Express Restaurant. And they got the stir-fried, but they got a whole lot of other stuff, too.
When that stir-fried, what I love about it, it's like it's how it's sauteed.
Is that what that is?
It's something because
See, I don't cook.
It melts in your mouth
Yes,
and not in your
do.
hands.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they used to have some
something.
M&M peanuts, and they used to say it melt in your mouth and not in your hand. These bad boys, these vegetables, I got hooked on them because they let me try it once.
Yeah.
And when they let me try it, it blew my mind. So I know we're going to talk about some other black businessmen. I think we're ready to go back, Mary.
All right, then.
We'll be back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, St. Louis. You're listening to the Freeman Bosley Jr. Show on KATZ 1600 Hallelujah AM. What's going on out there? We're having a good time. We were talking briefly about the moms and the pistol packing mamas out at Hazelwood Elementary School, but we're getting ready to move on now.
Then I want to just hit just a little bit more on
that?
the taste of St. Louis.
Okay, go ahead.
The black, with all the black vendors, it was very exciting. And what I was really impressed about, Mary, the turnout. And they were from 9 o'clock Friday last week, 9 o'clock Saturday. When we left the show, I went on over there. I didn't go straight on over there. And then 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock to 9 o'clock on Sunday, all 3 days. And I thought Sunday they would close a little early. Hey, man, good.
They stayed open till good time on Sunday afternoon?
When I took from 12 o'clock noon to 9 o'clock at night, every day it was jam-packed. And
Wait a minute, Sunday too?
Man,
Open till 9 on Sunday?
9 p.m.
Oh, man, I like that.
Tell you, it was jam-packed. I mean, black people from all over. It had a few other people that popped in, but I'd say 95 to 97% all blacks there, and they were spending money. Black vendors down there made money, I promise you.
Good job.
I promised they made money. So I was really, I promised them I would say something, and I was happy to be there, and I stayed down there the whole time. I really did.
Fantastic.
You know. So.
Now, we got a situation where the ACLU, that's called the American Civil Liberties Union.
Yeah.
This is an organization that has dedicated itself to raising the issue of civil rights for individuals, not only here in St. Louis, but throughout the country.
Correct.
So the ACLU of Missouri just filed a lawsuit Wednesday on behalf of this organization called Arch City Defenders. That's a group of lawyers that work on cases for people here in the community that a lot of times don't have money. So the Arch City Defenders requested records about the incidents of detainees being abused by correction officers at the St. Louis City Justice Center. They made this request back in April. So April, May, June, July, August, September. 6 months ago, they made the request 6 months ago. And what do you think they got? Nothing. Nothing. They made the request 6 months ago, and they wanted information relating to the issue of the use of a chemical agent at the Justice Center. They didn't provide a single record. Not a single record has been provided. So they do what they do best. ACLU, they're good at litigating. They're good at filing lawsuits. So they have filed a lawsuit alleging that the St. Louis City Justice Center has violated the Missouri Sunshine Law, because if you ask for something, if you are a public institution,
Wow.
and you're making policy or things are happening, the public has a right to know.
It's supposed to.
So as opposed to public just going down saying, give me that, give me this, you're supposed to have certain forms and policies and procedures that you have to follow.
Yes,
the
sir.
ACLU is good at knowing what these policies and procedures are. And they follow these policies and procedures, and the city still has not provided it to them.
Well, it's a lot with that there, and I would just switch to note, then we'll come back to just a little teeny weeny matter. I filed a sunshine request
Yes.
on the Anthony Lamar Smith case,
Yep.
and to this day I never got it.
But
No, go ahead. They,
heads rolled.
yeah, my head was rolled.
People
And I'm just
resigned.
Yeah, they started with Mary Slay.
Yep.
Slay was the first one ducked up out of there, and then what's her
Was
name?
it Jennifer Joyce?
Jennifer Joyce, she
Yeah.
she got her some hat, as the brother said in the street. She got her some get gone too. She got her some leave or some dip. She had to go.
Is that what they
And
say? Dipped out?
That's what they say. Dipped out.
She dipped out.
Or when they gonna leave, Brother Bosley, they said,
I'm gonna dip out.
I'm gonna dip out. I'm gonna
Okay.
give me some leave.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, she got her some get gone.
Okay.
And then who
Jeff
else was-
Rainford.
Jeff Rainford. He
Yeah,
said, hey,
They start dropping like flies, dog.
dropping like flies. The only person kind of kept his little position, but he's always been in the quiet, which we'll get on him, is Rich Callow. Rich Callow, he stayed around because I got a quote that when you Google his name, Richard Callow, C-A-L-L-O-W. If you Google his name right now, Richard Callow, if you Google his name, you'll see one of the first quotes that one of the veterans said is he's a stone snake. But he didn't
said
want to
that?
be, if he wants to be left anonymous. And when you Google that, that's going to be the
A
first
stone
thing.
snake?
A snake. That's what he said. Now you had
Nah,
some quotes
nah.
from about 4 or 5 people, but he wanted to remain anonymous. That's what I read on that. But I got a lot of information on him too. But the bottom line, all those people started leaving because, like you said, that sunshine request, it starts telling everything. You can't hide nothing
That's right.
because
It's very revealing.
If it wasn't a closed board meeting at that point, if you didn't call for a closed board meeting, whatever you're doing, the public's supposed to know. But
No.
you know, the only thing now I'm hearing about some of that, because I've heard a little bit, you got some people there, and in time I want to make sure I get the information right, that was dealing with them arch people that went down there.
Arch defenders.
Yeah, arch defenders.
Arch city defenders, yeah.
Okay, when Mayor Tashara and then went down to the workhouse was also a part of going through that tour. So it's a lot of things, moving parts with that too.
Yeah,
In other
but
words, they
before-
shouldn't have been down there. If you got a suit against somebody, what you don't do is be doing a tour and adding to what's going on down there. So I don't want to call the names but I'm just telling you, that's some of the stuff I kind of know about, even though that shouldn't be no reason why they shouldn't have been given the information. But what you can't do is be trying to file a suit and you turn around and get some money on some stuff, because it's really double dipping with the way they're doing it.
But let's back up just a minute. We just named 3 people, I think, and I probably need to get my records, my notes, but I think the chief of police resigned too. Said he decided he would retire. When did Dotson come out?
No, Dodson was told he couldn't run.
No,
He was told-
I'm not saying he told he couldn't run, but he didn't pursue
No,
his tenure.
no.
They stayed. You had about 4 people
It was
come
4.
out of there.
I can't remember.
It was Jennifer Joyce.
I'm positive it was Jennifer
Jeff
Joyce.
Rainford,
Jeff
Mayor
Rain-
Slay, and one
and
more.
Slay.
One more, but that's okay. We'll
back to
pick that. We'll pick that back up.
But that's under,
Okay.
like you said, that sunshine request, because
Yeah,
they knew
heads
for a fact
roll, heads
the
roll.
reason that case was opened up when it didn't supposed to be opened up. They knew it was some things now. it was gonna be a dead rat being smelt. The Stevie Wonder that song? It was getting ready to blow. Somebody done leaked to the newsroom.
It's getting ready to break. It's getting
getting
ready to what we say? It's getting ready to ache.
Yeah.
It's getting ready to break.
Somebody
Somebody
done
snitched through the newsroom.
It's getting ready to break.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what happened there. So what I'm gonna be real concerned about, I want to hear more about this here, but I want to know, and I'm gonna dig into this real, because we're gonna start digging down on things.
Right.
I'm gonna dig down, and I'm
Drill
gonna find
down.
out. I'm gonna drill all the way down, like
I gotta bring my drill in here so we can get that.
so it can make this real
Oh,
sound.
that's right. We got TV now. They can see me. We got TV now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man, that's graphic.
Because I'm just about sure one of the sisters' names that's always out there trying to protest, that's a part of that, just trying to get some money. But I don't want to say anything until when I call her name out, I'm gonna know exactly what I'm talking about, and I want to make sure everybody call and say that, hey, they done start putting your name out there, because she's supposed to be one of the main ones out there protest, but she done figure out how to way to come back through the back door, and they're trying to get some money.
All right. Now listen, since we own this jail, now this is just out. City officials say the maximum security jail downtown has minimum security locks.
Okay.
Now, how does that sound? We got minimum at the maximum. Bombay, minimum at the maximum. Minimum locks at a maximum security facility. We got the leastest with the mostest.
Yeah, especially down the Justice Center is different. So let's drill down just a minute, man.
Go ahead, get it.
It's a difference between the workhouse. Look at this finger. And the Justice Center. They're two different locations.
Yeah.
The Justice Center, you can't have medium. You got to have the best of best, plus best, around best, under best. The workhouse was a little bit different.
Maybe not so much.
Yeah, and not so much, but you're still supposed to have everything secured. Now, it shouldn't be nowhere that, put it like this, let me give you a better example. It shouldn't be Mayberry RFD when Otis can come in, or Bosley, and he be drunk and just open his door up, lock himself up, and then when he get ready to leave, but that's kind of how it was going down there.
What you do is, though, you have people down there come out their damn jail cell, say, "I'll be back." I'm laughing. They say, "I'm gonna check on something." I'll be back.
I'm just telling you that.
Oh God,
this is some stuff I have been talking about for years. But guess what? When Brother Shaheed say stuff, it's like he just be talking. They didn't want to listen to me. Now everybody's talking about, and listen, under white folks, under a white man called Francis Slate, Slick Slate, Lil Weasel. This is Brother Shaheed talking. These locks ain't just started being like this, man. They've been like this under lighter.
Hey, look, my mama called me. I'll be back.
Hey, I gotta leave. I can't leave. Y'all tell me I gotta leave.
I'll be right
plus,
back.
y'all ain't gave me no court date.
Right, we ain't got no court date.
I don't know when y'all gonna have my
Call
court.
me when we get a court date, man. I'm gone. I'll be back.
Yeah. It's really funny, but that's not really funny.
It's horrible, man. It's horrible.
I tell you one thing, just on a positive note, if they would have been calling the locksmith that we know named Brother Ed at 314-537.
But we've been calling Ed's name out. Have you talked to anybody down there that's interested? What you have?
They saying like they saying now, and we'll know. But I'm just telling you. I tell them, I say all this stuff y'all talking about. I know a brother who's a grandmaster, who's a journeyman, who's a professional, can come here and problem y'all have with them locks. Y'all won't be teaching him talking about some brinks.
Right.
He gonna be teaching y'all. I've asked him to reach out to Brother Ed, and I'm throwing his name out. Ed at 314-537-0278. If they would get with Brother Ed, I'm tell you a whole lot of this stuff. They ain't gonna be able to walk around their jail and do nothing, because they're gonna be like when them doors shut. You know, they used to have a sound when the doors made that sound. Clack, 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 clack. That means you was locked down. Yeah. It don't mean that down at the Justice Center. Justice Center means you can get back out before they can open the door. You can open your own door.
At the at the Zodiac, we call it probably about once a month, because somebody lost keys or locked keys in the car. Or we need to have some locks opened, but the thing that I like about him is that when you call him, he'll let you know when he's going to be there. You know, and in most instances, he'll be there
before you be there.
There have been times when I called Ed about something that I was on my way to.
Yeah.
Ed beat me there.
Ain't no secret.
When I came, Ed had done his job and was gone.
And man, what I like about him, he don't have just regular stuff. He had a
Right.
state of the art.
Y'all real?
When I'm telling you the state of the art, Brother Boski, this brother here is he's really unprecedented. You don't even see this kind of you don't see a businessman like this young brother. And if you see the young brother, you would never know that he have these many tools and these many, ways to make keys. He can make a key, I believe, to the moon. I don't think they got no key to the moon, but if they do, he know how to make it and come in with the right code to make sure when he put that code in there, that key gonna fit and gonna fit right.
Yeah.
And they should have been done called him because, like you said, we've been talking about it. They know what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
They should. The many times I done gave that 314-537-0278 number out, they should have been on call Brother Ed by now.
And the other thing, a lot of times, if he trusts you and you have a relationship with him, I send him pay him by cash out.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't get there, and then by the time I do get there, he'll call and say, "Bob, just send it to me by cash out." You know what I'm saying?
Very big.
And that's something new to me. I learned that from my daughter. But that is a way that you can take care of people without necessarily having to be on the spot and take care of your business. But that Ed is the man. He is the key man. If you got a problem, and it's dealing with a key, and it's dealing with a lock, or it's dealing with a door.
Whatever it's dealing with.
Whatever it's dealing with, if it requires a key and if it has locks, Ed is the man.
Yeah.
Ed the key man.
Okay. Hey, and for the most part, when they spending $12 million, from my understanding, I heard something just this week, that they spending like $12 million down there. The third floor is completely under construction because I did a tour early part of this week.
So nobody on the third floor.
Nobody, but a lot of white folks doing the construction work.
Oh, okay.
They locking 90%, 99% of us up, and 99% white folks is down there doing the construction.
Oh.
They did the fourth floor. I'm just telling you.
And
That's why
but
they
see,
don't,
here's the thing.
they don't want me to talk, man, because they don't. I'm just keeping it real now.
And I don't want you to talk either because it's embarrassing. Because here we are, 99% of the people doing the work, and we have black people in charge. See, the thing about this that's so disgusting to me is that we have more black elected officials now. More black people in authority.
So-called.
Okay, more black people in authority than we ever have in the city of St. Louis,
But they
and a
mealy
damn
mouth.
thing ain't getting done.
But because they mealy mouth.
Yeah, or
because
whatever.
I'm just keeping it real. When you won't speak up, see, and I'm not trying to get nobody in no trouble. I'm just, they like scriptures. I like scripture too. The book said, "Know ye the truth." In John 8 in the Bible, the book of John, in the 8th chapter, verse 33, it says, "Know ye the truth."
Yeah.
And the truth will set you free, but they don't want you to know the truth. They don't want you to speak the truth. And when you speak the truth, we're known as troublemakers, though you rabble rouse.
Yeah. And they always want to run for something. Always got their hand up. Always seeking higher office. Always wanting to go to the top. But like the saying say, there's plenty of room at the top, but it ain't no room to sit down. And ain't nothing getting done around here. And that is a real big problem in my book.
Well, my problem is most of them getting butter biscuits and some chicken dinners. And that's good enough for them.
What?
They don't get syrup on their honey. I like honey on my biscuits, just to be honest.
yeah.
And I like wheat. But I'm just telling Brother Boski, for a butter biscuit and for a chicken dinner, most of these Negroes ain't gonna open their mouth. And even when they get out of office, they buck dancing and buck jumping and butt sniffing and butt kissing and being butt buddies. Even when they get out of office, they can't open their mouth.
The saga continues.
And just tell the truth. I'm not saying nothing but the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God. That's all you got to do. And say, I'm not going to tell on nobody. I just want to quote facts. Facts is the first ride was on
I want to
December
tell somebody.
December the 29th. The first ride that ever happened was on December the 29th. They don't tell you nothing about that, and they don't tell you about how they don't subtract the beds after the riot. They don't tell you these are facts. January the 1st, 2 days later, they destroyed the whole unit of 3A. These are facts.
These are inmates.
Yeah, these inmates. I'm calling now facts. February the 6th, 4A and 4D was destroyed, February the 6th. On Easter Sunday, April the 4th, 3C and 3D was totally destroyed. Now, these are what you call facts. I'm not trying to get nothing started. I'm quoting facts. When you quote facts, it ain't about starting anything. It's about saying this happened. You're bringing out a point. Anytime you got 6 or 7 blacks that are in positions as directors,
Yeah.
I mean, top positions.
Top position.
And then you can't open your mouth and black people can't benefit from that.
Yeah,
that's
what's the
a
use
problem.
of it? What's the use
and then
of it?
I have problems with y'all because some of you Negroes had audacity to start saying, you know, give them a break. You know,
Yeah,
they
oh,
black
God, yeah.
and all.
Well, they didn't have a break.
Yeah.
They didn't have a break.
My
break time is over.
Yeah, my point with them is when I start hearing them say, well, come on, bro, you know they can't do what the white folks do.
Oh,
well, I don't
no.
need
Yes,
them in
you
there
can.
then. If that's going to
Yes,
be the
you can.
case, then
Yeah.
I'm just saying. If
You're
that's going to
supposed to do what the white folks do and more.
be. Yeah, but I'm telling you what I hear, man. You know, and I'm going to be honest with you, Brother Bosley. When I hear a bootlicker tell me that he can't do what the white man do, I don't need to talk to him no more.
Yeah.
Because
That's
I
right.
already know I'm at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they helped get us in there. Well, hell,
Yeah,
blacks did too.
Just so did. Sure
You know,
did.
you don't keep on telling me about all the white folks voted for you.
Yeah.
What about all the black folks that voted for
Yeah.
you? And bro, y'all look too hard on. Give them a chance. They just see. I hate hearing a diamond ring wearing, chicken finger licking. We should overcome singing, keep hope alive.
Handkerchief
all
head.
can't get low. Handkerchief head. Tell me something like this because it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Because black folks need money in North St. Louis, just like white folks need money in under the hill.
Let me tell you what they got. Let me tell you what we got. We got a black mayor.
That's one.
We got a black comptroller.
That's two.
We got a black president of the board of
We
aldermen.
doing roll call
Let me-
now.
let me
That's
finish.
three.
We got
This
a
is
black
roll
president
call.
of the board of aldermen.
3.
We got a black chief of police.
That's 4.
We got a black director of public safety.
That's 5.
We got a black treasurer. So even
That's
the people
6.
taking the money is black.
That's 6.
And we got a black sheriff.
That's it. I said about 7.
More than we've ever had in the history of the city of St. Louis.
That's cold.
And we ain't got a damn thing to show for it.
And we don't supposed to say nothing about this because now I'm gonna tell you right now, you and me gonna get hit, which I don't give a damn about getting hit. You know what I tell them now, man, Brother Bosley? When you start attacking Brother Anthony Shaheed, I need you to take a number. You can't just jump in front of the line. Talking about, he done did something and he gonna and then I don't even address you. When you attack me, I don't open my mouth at you. I just let you get what off. Because I already know you're not nobody. Don't nobody know who you are.
But get in line.
So, yeah, get in line. You know, it's like at the post office. You don't jump the line.
That's right.
Hey, because I don't want to do like they did. You said them 2 women did at the school there. I ain't going to pull no pistol out at you. So if you jump the line, I'm just going to go and let you jump. And I ain't going to say nothing to you.
Yep.
You know, because we got to get out that mindset that 7 black people in position of power and won't speak
Every day. Every day.
every day
Yep.
and won't speak up and talk about they can't do what the white folks do, and that, you know, we could, that if we do this here, it's going to be a problem. And I'm going to tell you what I remember Sam Dotson doing, and I know we got about 2 minutes in this segment here. Then I'm going to get back on this jail, man. Sam Dotson had a selection of 19 positions, 15 sergeants,
Yep.
and 4 lieutenants. I want y'all to listen to this real good. And guess what happened?
What?
They wound up getting 15 white sergeants, not one black one, and 2 black lieutenants and 2 white lieutenants. That's when they got Sister Lieutenant Cheryl Orange, which they did not want, and Brother Lieutenant States. They made him, he was a sergeant, and Lieutenant Orange was a sergeant. She became a lieutenant, and they did not want her to be no lieutenant, I promise you. It took them 9 months to get that done, because they really wanted to say that they wanted 18 positions and give us 1.
Well,
That's what you can do when you white, man. If you was black, the blacks would say, man, we can't do that. We can't make no 15 black sergeants and no 2 black lieutenants. You done lost your mind. We can't. That's what they would say.
definitely say that. But let me say this. It's time for a break.
that
You're
right?
listening to the Freeman Bosley Jr. Show on KTZ 1600 AM. It's time for a break. Keep it on lock. Quit
Playing!
all right now.
See, when we
Right,
do
right.
that, we roar now.
That's
We
right.
don't just say, stop playing. No,
come
stop
in.
playing.
Come in.
If we're not playing with you.
That's right.
We started off kind of like, now we're going to turn this. We got the.
That's right. With that song say, started at the bottom, now I'm here. Huh? I wish we could get some music in here, Bombay. We need
that's
some
what you got.
sounds now.
Started from the bottom, but
Yeah,
we're here.
we need sounds
from
now.
the bottom, but the
That's
whole
our
team
next
here.
upgrade.
Well, you know, brothers and sisters, I
Our
say
next
this all the
upgrade.
time. I got to say this while we're on break, and Boski, you'll let us know when we're ready to come back. I'm always thankful for being here. Why? I promise you. I never had an opportunity after I had a radio show myself. Every time I went to try to tell somebody anything like what I'm talking about now, they wouldn't let me on that one radio station.
Yeah. Or wouldn't have
And
you
I'm
back.
not gonna call. When they weren't gonna let me on that, because when the time I got to say something, they was talking about I can't say this or that,
Yeah.
and then they would have a delay thing there. So I think it's like a 10-second delay, especially with me. They would always start off the views expressed here. Ain't the
Yeah. Well, now we still get that.
We
now.
get
You
that.
got-
But
you
then
got the
with
views expressed are not that of the
right.
radio station.
But they would say it 2 or 3 times when I was on.
Yeah.
And then they would use that bleep thing. So whatever I was saying, then I would damn near have a tape recorder and then listen to it. I wouldn't hear none half the stuff I was saying. But so I'm thankful, brothers and sisters. Why? Because Mary Bosley gave me an opportunity to come on the show with him to be able to say the things that need to be said, because most of the people are tired of people being mealy-mouthed, not being transparent, and not saying what's happening. All we doing is saying facts. I'm not making nothing up. But they don't want me to tell you what I'm going to tell you in a minute about these sisters. When I'm going to tell y'all, matter of fact, what I'm asking y'all to do right now, if you're looking, make sure you call somebody right now. I'm telling you for a fact, when you hear what I'm going to drop this time, you'll see why they never wanted me on there, because they always wanted us to be able to keep quiet and not talk. They want you to be a team player, what they call take a hit for the team.
Yeah.
I ain't taking no damn hit for no damn team. Here, we've been hit. A hit for the team. So, Boski, you can tell me when we're ready to come back, because when you're ready, we ready.
Well, what else we got now? Is that Aries that we need to be talking about now?
Yes,
Is
sir.
that
Yes,
that
sir.
ice cream?
Now you got it right, Mary. Just,
Now, I got to go over there. I haven't been over there yet.
and you're going to love that, because it's right over on Clara.
Yeah, and they're not on for Natural Bridge, right?
Right, that's
right
what it
there.
is.
Yeah. They got breakfast, lunch, coffee. Now, what kind of soup do they have? Now,
man, they got-
I'm a soup man.
They
I
all-
like
they got all
soups.
kind of soup over there.
I
Real
like
good
soups.
All kind
Yes,
of good
I do.
soups.
What kind of soups they got there? Yes,
All
sir.
kind of soups.
That chicken and wild rice.
That chicken wild
Huh?
rice is extremely good.
That chicken and wild
And I'm
rice.
gonna tell you what I like them to do every once in a while. I don't know how you like it. I like a little cheese put in mine. You put some shredded cheese or just a whole piece of cheese in there and stir it up and it's hot.
I'll put that in my chili. Oh,
I like it
okay.
on my chili too. But I'm gonna tell you something else goes good with that chili. They got some chili up there. It's red onions. Don't put no red onions in there. Some cheese too, and then some of them oyster crackers.
Oh,
Now you
yeah,
clown.
oh, yeah.
Now you done went to another level.
They say this is served. The turkey chili is served with oyster crackers
That's what I'm talking
and
about.
a slice of Texas toast. You won't need this. This is
That's
lunch.
a meal in this. That's right there.
Huh?
It's a meal in itself.
That's lunch.
Yeah.
Turkey chili with oyster crackers and a slice of Texas toast.
Oh, wait.
Well, what else you need?
Yeah.
Well, now you need to go on home.
Okay.
Well,
So
okay.
get that, I'm going to get the information, then we'll come back. No, you got to get
Okay, we at Aries Ice Cream Parlor and Cafe. They're at 5572 Natural Bridge.
That's right on Clara.
Natural Bridge and
now.
Clara, right
Dead
there.
on the corner.
Okay, and the telephone number is 314-328-2992. 314-328-2992. Now, why do we, they close they open from 7 to 5. Now, why are they closing so early?
Well, I think those are with the wintertime hours, but
Okay,
they've been staying open way longer than that. During the
Okay, now
summertime.
that's Tuesday through Saturday.
Correct.
They close on Mondays like like a lot of places.
But on Sundays,
But Sundays they open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yeah, I believe it's a little longer.
Well,
And that's one of the older menus that I
got
have.
to get
Another
over
thing I want to say to Mary is how clean it is. Remember what you just heard me say. The cleanliness is so impressive that it'll blow your mind.
I want to get some of that chicken and wild rice. I like chicken and rice soup.
Come on, man. You
Yeah,
might have to
I
go
like
up there
that. Yeah,
and
I
then
like
go
that.
live. You know
I
what we
like
should
that.
do, Mary? We'll
No,
go up there one day and go
no,
live.
We don't. Oh.
We'll go up there and
okay.
go live. while
We
we're
got
up there.
too much equipment now, with all the stuff that we got here in the
Well,
studio. But
you know
Bombay
something?
can set it up.
Yeah.
Bombay
Well, let
can
me say
set
this
it
to you.
up.
I'm going to be through talking to you. I done been around, and he was here last week, was right? He's a communication specialist. He give me a little thing this small while you talking about all this stuff right here, and I can go in there with that. But it's fine. I ain't trying to
Okay.
put you down, man.
Okay. No, no.
You try to take all the equipment with you, but I'm going to tell you,
Yeah.
when
We
he
got
came
one
here last,
camera.
I know, but
We
when
can
he,
take one camera.
Okay,
Can
that's
we
all
both?
okay.
Yeah, we can take one
Okay,
camera.
okay,
We can
okay,
get it in.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. Ready?
I'm gonna start back in 5,
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, St. Louis. You're listening to the Freeman Bosley Jr. Show on KTZ 1600 AM. We've been having some lively discussion here.
Real
still
lively.
on this jail. We ain't gonna let off this jail.
Oh no, we got
Still on this jail, talking about that situation, because these brothers and sisters and these people, period, that are locked up down there are not only locked up, they're cooped up. Yeah. They're being held in deplorable conditions that nobody would be able to really. It's not that you would be wanting to have be free to move about the country, but even just the confinement is unsanitary. That's what it is. You got 3 people in a cell. What is that? 3 people in a cell.
Well, no, I'm gonna tell you one of the things that's happening, and I'm glad you hit that, man. You know, I said to you from
disgusting,
day one,
man.
The very first week when Sister Tashara Mary Jones went down to that jail and started saying that she's gonna do that jail, I asked the question now, why are you back down there now? If it was deplorable then and it should have been shut down, why is it back open? Yeah. See, why is it? My question, I'm asking a legitimate question. If it was that bad, you ain't went down there and did nothing. No. Period. So don't lie like you done went down there and did some major cleanup, major painting. Everything is exactly the way it is, and guess what? They back down there. Why are they back down there? Because they got to get back down there because you didn't listen and you did overcry. And then I said this, and I'm going to go into what I want to say. I said that somebody was going to be a fall guy. I said that from day one. And guess who wound up taking the hit for it? Brother Jeffrey Carson. Jeffrey Carson had to take what they call a bullet for the team. He had to go in there and play that because he didn't come into January the 6th. And then they just had somebody, I think early part of this week, to come in on the 13th. I think that's when the new person came and took over. So within a 4-month period, everything that happened, all those riots that we're talking about, the reason that John Muhammad or Yahya Muhammad had to write that letter to Attorney General is because of those things that was happening. Guess who got blamed for it? It was him. He was really the one who saved them, but what he was trying to do is try not to embarrass the mayor because she had made an issue about that jail and the workhouse not being open, and the next thing you know, it had to be back open. And
we need to contact John Muhammad and find out what kind of response he got. It's been almost maybe 10 days.
No, it's been more than,
it's been more than 10 days?
Since he was here. He came here.
Since he was here, we need to contact him to see what kind of response he got.
I would definitely do that. I'll find out the response and maybe try to get him back up. Because his jail is hot. Plus, he's a part of that jail piece because I believe he sits on that committee as chairman. I believe he's over the jails. So he has a right to be able to brief us on what's happening. And the blessing was he got a chance to go with me to the jail, you know, because what I tried to do is tell them, hey, y'all not listening to me don't do no good. So guess what we seen when we was there? On the 2nd floor, where the sisters are at. It's going to blow your mind now, Brother Bosley. Are you listening?
Go ahead.
They got women sleeping on the floor, on the 2nd floor. Remember what I'm saying? 3 in a cell. 1, 2, 3. And they call it a boat. It's really what the daycare center kids sleep on.
It's called a what now?
A boat.
B-O-A-T?
Yeah, like a boat. So it's really like some, you know, like when the little kids are sleeping for daycare centers or whatnot, they have them little pallets or whatever they see that sits off the floor. But I seen 1 or 2 sisters laying straight on the floor because they didn't have enough bullets.
Yeah, it upsets me, man.
Well, you're supposed to be upset because when the people don't want to hear this, you know why? It's not their daughter. It's not their sister. Mm-hmm. It's not their mother. It's not their auntie. It's not their grandmother. It's not no female they know about. So it's like, why they keep talking about it. The reason we keep talking about it, because I'm not here to try to say I told you so, but I'm here to tell you that I was telling you don't do it. Listen to me, because I'm trying to tell you what it is, but y'all run around talking about, well, come on, give a man a chance. Why? Yeah. You don't give a person a chance that you saying you're going down a one-way street where it's holes and you're going to bust your tire. No, you don't give a time.
Why is Anthony Shaheed always hooping and hollering?
Because Anthony Shaheed's been down to the jail.
That's right.
And I'm the oldest person that was at the workhouse. It was people that was before me, Sister Penny Hubbard, Miss Barnes, Captain Casey. It was a lot of people there before me, but guess what? They're not Jerome Fields. May Allah be pleased when he passed. They were all before me, Brother Bosley, but they're not there no more. Mm-hmm. I'm the oldest person to know that jail. If you turn that light off, I'm not bragging, I bet you I can walk all through that jail. You know, it's going to take me a minute like you would do around your house, but I bet you I can go through that jail. and know how to go around that jail. And what part? I can tell you when they started, when they didn't start an area, what area opened up when they started the cooking program, when they had program, because they had program and they kept down when you had recreation. But if you got 3 people sleeping in a cell, and let me tell you something else that I saw. And John Muhammad was there with, I dare you to ask him, it's ants all through that building.
Insects.
Ants, yeah, insects
Well, how
too.
did
But I
insects
said,
get all the way up
what-
on the third floor?
No, this is the second floor. But
Well,
ants
how
don't-
ants get up on the second floor?
I don't know. I don't bring. I'm just telling you what
They're
I saw.
coming
with-
through the wall, climbing up the walls now.
These are ants that I saw with my own eyes.
Come
I'm not
on,
talking
man.
about what I read as a witness for me as Allah, and Allah is my witness. What I
Just a
saw
little
with
regular
my
little ants like we see out
ants.
there.
Ants. Yeah, I don't know too many other kind of ants.
Little black
got
ones.
black ants and fat ants and probably skinny ants. I don't know if they're pregnant ants, but it was ants. And those sisters are sleeping on the floor. I'm gonna give you some worse than that.
They bite too.
Yeah, them ants bite. You don't
Bite
want to
the
get
hell
bit by
out of
an ant.
you.
Let me tell you something else I seen. What they told me. Now they gonna write me, and it might be at the office now. I didn't get a chance to go by there yesterday, but this is early in the morning, so I didn't go by. But I'm gonna tell you, and if I do, I'm gonna read it on the air, along with reading this package here, Bosley, that I want you to see. This is something going on the next segment. How they had to send me all this right here with all these stamps on here. And this came from Bonter Jail, but I don't want to skip. I just want to let you know how stuff is coming.
See that. Let me see that.
Yeah. Listen to this real good. Sisters told me they was on the 5th floor. This is why they brought them to the 2nd floor, even though they crowded in, 3 in a cell. Guess why they 3 in the cell? Because the toilets wasn't working, man. This is what they told me. John Muhammad tell you, since the toilets wasn't flushing, they rushed them down to the 2nd floor. And when they rushed them down there, they used bags, like trash bags, those big black bags, to use the bathroom in. This is what the women told me. A witness for me is Allah. They used them and tied them so the smell, because if they kept using the toilet and couldn't flush them, the smell would be so, you know.
How long has that been going on?
Well, they just told, I'm just telling you what they told me just last week. I don't know, they got the answer for this. See, but this comes from Russian shutting that jail down, pushing all those people in there, and poor Jeffrey Carson done did his best to try to work and straighten all this stuff out. And he was trying to tell them this stuff. Sister Heather Teller was trying to tell them, but they was trying to not to embarrass the man.
Right.
The reason
Trying
I ain't
not
making
to
no issue
embarrass,
about
right.
it, because it ain't your daughter down there using the toilet. I'm going to give you another one. Since we on going down memory lane, plastic bags, them same hefty bags, those black bags, they've taken showers and they don't have shower curtains. Guess what? Each one of them sisters are taking showers in there, and they point, they said, Brother Shahi, look at this here. And I said, I'll be damn. I said, I give you my word. And I'm going to tell, I dare y'all should call 314-622-3201. 314-622-3201 and ask y'all man, why is she doing this right here, trying to work? See, at this point, you shouldn't be worried about, just come on and say, I made a big mistake. I don't know how the hell I did it. I messed up the worst thing I ever did. Let's straighten this thing out now. But to keep on playing like it's downplaying like it ain't serious, and what I really hate about all this, they took a good man, Jeffrey Carson, and put everything on him because he's the hitman.
Is he gone?
Yeah, well, I don't think they done let him go yet because they still need him. Hell, I would have left him. I wouldn't be there trying to help them out of it, but he's just a good brother. Dale Glass, they did the same thing. Did the same thing to Dale Glass. Dale Glass was trying to tell them to see what they was doing. Anybody tell you what they don't want to happen, you get rid of. It's officers want to talk, but guess what? They're scared of retaliation. I'm telling you what they told me. They said, Brother Shaheed, you know, you can say stuff, they don't do nothing to you. But if we tell things, I'm telling you, how you think I get a lot of stuff even though I'm there? Hey, Brother Shaheed, come here for a minute and take me there. Look what happened. I went up on the 5th floor. This is about 2 months ago. Brother, it allows me, I wouldn't let a dog. As a matter of fact, they wouldn't allow no dog to do it because they would come out with animal rights abuse. The way those brothers are living there, the way I seen food all on the ground, because the 5th floor is maximum. It's not. That ain't no place. It ain't no Bonnie Fire stuff up there. You can come in and out of there. I promise you. That 5th floor, they got the most dangerous brothers that done did the most dangerous things up on that 5th floor. So it's different. Most people for over 2 years, I've been going up there, but for all those other 18 years, they wouldn't even let me up on that 5th floor. But the 5th floor is really my favorite floor. It's where I got the most respect at. So I can go in and out them jails and in them rooms and don't have no problem. Matter of fact, when I come, I'm honored there. And it's a blessing there. But the bottom line is, I seen them living and swallow. It damn remind me of some of the third world countries that I'm telling you what I said. And I be damn, that's somebody's family member. See, Tashara, I want you to understand that Mary Jones, whatever y'all want to call her, reason I ain't cutting you no slack, because I tried to tell you, but you know, reason she was concerned about me because I keep bringing out Rich Keller, which there's going to be another segment just in a minute. I'm going to get on Rich Keller. Why she was in the bed with Rich Keller, and I'm not physical, I'm not getting to nobody's personal life. I'm not saying, so I want to make sure that's clear. I'm talking about her as a political person. She and him have a hell of a relationship, and when I give you the history of who Rich Keller, y'all keep hearing me say that name, Rich Keller.
Yeah. But where is the outrage, man?
Where are the people that was talking about
the outrage? Where are the people
that was talking about shutting the jail?
Yeah.
The people that was talking about shutting the jail down, you don't hear nothing from them because the jail is back open.
They had to eat their words.
Yeah. Ain't saying a damn thing to them. Ain't opening their mouth, and what they hate, I'm going to tell you what they really hate. They hate that I'm up in their jail, so they can't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Right. You know, it's like somebody just left their house, and they're going to tell you, man, what you seen at your house or what they seen at the Zodiac. You just left the Zodiac, but they're going to tell you how the Zodiac going because they've been driving by.
Ain't never been there. They will pick some shit up, pick something up off the internet, excuse me. I'm just so disappointed. I am so disappointed, man. Yeah. And, you know, we're fortunate enough that you are still able to get up in there.
See, they know if they tell me I can't go up there now, it's a problem because I'm running my mouth. I've been down there.
Well, hopefully they don't terminate your privileges anytime soon because we need your information. We need it.
They can try it if they want to, and they ain't gonna do it. Now you talking about them brothers gonna clown?
Yeah.
Well, don't listen to me again. Won't you try it? Right. Tell Brother Shaheed he can't come in that jail and let them brothers. Because I'm gonna tell you what they really got on their hands. Subtract the Jeffrey Carson, a few people down who are really concerned. They really got an Attica on their hands, and most people don't really know the history of Attica and how that happened. It started from the same thing, how you keep neglecting
conditions.
The conditions, don't give them court dates, don't give them recreations, don't give them programs, don't give them, you overcrowding them, making them sleep on the floor, feeding them like animals. At some point, something is gonna break.
Making people go to the bathroom in a trash bag?
These are women. I don't know, but I'm talking about what the women told me. I'm not talking about what the John Muhammad was there when he heard it. Ask him. So I put it out there.
How many trash bags are they using a day? If you got how many women do they have down there?
I think in this area here, I'm gonna just guess because I didn't do no count. I'm gonna say I seen maybe about 25 women in this particular area. 25 women going to the bathroom at least 3 times a day, probably more. Yeah. All right. And you know, we always ask at the bar when people get ready to go, does anybody have to pee? Does anybody have to pee? So that we don't want you trying to get back in there after we close. Does anybody have to pee? And that's the thing down there at the jail. They're asking what they're doing. They've got to be asking because they cannot go voluntarily. Does anybody have to pee? Huh? Yeah, if they can't go in the toilet, so you got to ask. See, you said if they go on the administration, it don't make no difference because whatever's happening is happening because they. See, I'm only telling you what they told me, and I'm gonna tell you now. To be honest, those sisters, and not on them, they got a hell of a lot of suits against them for that shutting that jail down. See, so this way this group is coming here trying to see because they absolutely got some suits. But the problem is some of them trying to make some money too. Inside, they're trying to make some money.
Opportunities.
I'm just telling you.
Tell them about the opportunity.
Yeah, I'm going to call the names. I want to make sure that I get it right.
Make sure you get it next week.
If her name come up, I know at least one name, but one of them is a heavy-set protester. And she all...
Wait a minute. A heavy-set protester.
She don't damn really know what I'm talking about. Yeah, always running her mouth. Yeah. But I'm just telling you, if she's in this lawsuit and she did a tour with them at that jail, she had no business down there. It contradicts what they're doing. So now you can see why they don't want me on the show. The only Mary Bosley want me on their show. Because they say,
protest.
See, Shaheed be running his mouth and you can't do that. But what do you mean I can't do it?
We got to let it out. We got to air it out, man, because the problem is this stuff's been held down for too long.
Yeah.
They've been procrastinating. They've been doing everything but the right thing, and it's been going on for too long. And people are tired.
Have
They're
no
tired.
more than 500 beds down there, and they're at 719. I could be corrected if I'm wrong.
Well, I know they admitted that they were over 100. They well over 100.
Yeah,
over 100.
Yeah, okay, I'm just. That's why and a brother gave me, one of the guards gave me this quote. He said, "The workhouse at this point don't exist. That's why they keep calling it an annex. Because remember, they closed it down. All their funding is gone because that's the first thing that she did. Mm-hmm. So now what they got to do is come back and give it another name. You know, that's why one day I was on here and I said, that's a damn lie. You said, Shaheed, do you have to say? I said, well, hold on. It ain't the truth. That's why I was saying that, because you give me the impression that it's like you could tell me the parking lot at the Zodiac wasn't there. It's something new. I don't know what kind of name you giving it. That damn parking lot was there.
Mm-hmm. We call it the annex.
Yeah, you got the annex parking lot. See, so that's what
the annex.
I was saying. And what are they talking about?
Yeah.
And then when they told me, I said, man, it's somehow they have these slick words. See, that's the kind of stuff Rich Callow know how to do to make sure that they have a way to skate around something. He give another title so you'll make them think, well, maybe they done built another part, because when I was going to school, if you had an annex building, that was another part.
Yes.
That wasn't the same part.
Yeah.
So it gives the impression that they done got another little part that they done went and fixed up. And poor Jeffrey Carson, I keep saying his name because I hate that brother took a bullet for them when he had no business taking no bullet for them.
It's like when we were in school, in the grade school, when the grade school got overcrowded, they built the portables. Remember the
Correct.
portables?
I remember
the little orange, the red portables right outside the school. You know, right next door to the school, probably not 50 feet from it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the portables. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is a hot little piece. That's why I got a whole lot of notes on this. I'm trying to give a whole lot, because one of the other problems that they had with brother at the workhouse, brother Jeffrey Carson, he only had 45 staff members during the time when they had 300 inmates down there. And you want to keep on telling me about the problems down there. The problem is y'all got new officers. Most of the officers are new. Most of them were women down there.
Yeah.
And the other problem that they had, that's why I said they should have checked first.
45 staff members, but how many shifts? Maybe
for 3 shifts.
For 3 shifts.
To trying to deal with all those inmates.
Okay, so that's like, that ain't number, what is that? That's almost 13 people a shift.
Man, when you're dealing with people, that's not enough help.
No, it's not nearly enough.
No, and then what you got to do at this point here, go on doing your best to watch, because at this point right here, there's no way that you can stop nothing if it really wanted to happen.
15 people a shift. 15.
I'm just telling you what they had out of 300.
15 people.
Yeah. See,
15 people a shift.
See, and that's a problem. I told you I was going to either be Sister Sergeant Heather Taylor. I told you it was going to be Dan Ison, which I really didn't think it was him, because I heard he was just intern, and that at some point he was going to leave. I don't blame him if he leaves. I don't blame him for leaving. It was going to be brother Jeffrey Carson, and I hit it right. And remember, I said this 3 months ago. I didn't just start talking about it this morning. I've been talking about this. Mm-hmm. So that's a problem. You know, it's a real problem, man. So I know when we come back, I want to leave that alone, because there's some more stuff I can cover. I want to cover, you know, I know about the chief too, you know.
Yeah,
I want to talk about a little bit on the police department in St. Louis City, and then also keep hitting St. Louis County, because believe it or not, Sam Page runs into Rich Callow. Yeah. Rich Callow is behind him also. He's the one that made sure that when Hazel Irvin was on her deathbed, Sam Page fired up, but he was under his political advisor, who was Rich Callow. Mm-hmm. Look up that name, Rich Callow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. All right, time for that break now.
How close are we?
It's time to get in that. But let's see if I had anything that I needed to touch within that minute.
If it's okay, I'd like to invite the chief on the next week or two, yeah. Chief Hayden, if it's okay.
Invite Chief Hayden to our next one.
If I could get him and Yahya Muhammad on, those two on for next week.
Probably the week after, next week or the week after next.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
okay.
Try to get them in here and let them tell the story.
Yes, sir.
Particularly Yahya, since he asked for the Attorney General to come on down.
And where we're at on that thing.
Yeah. You're listening to the Freeman Bosley Jr. Show on KTZ 1600 AM. Keep it on lock. Quit playing.
Playing!
Ha!
Oh! Hey, brothers and sisters, you got to understand, we don't just play. It ain't quit playing. No. We're not playing around here.
That's it. Right.
You know, we're not taking no hostage.
You too near me not to hear me.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is get one advertisement, because you're coming right back, right?
Right back.
I'm going to get one advertisement in, or two advertisements if it's okay. Where did I put them advertisements at? Y'all brothers and sisters, be patient with me. I got all kind of stuff around here. So you too near me not to hear me. Well, let's go to the flavored pickleball. Let's go to the flavored pickleball. And let's talk about, can you zoom in on this for me? My brother, let me see, can I'm looking for my big one. This ain't the one I want to show. You give me 1 second, because we're gonna push some black business. We don't care. We don't have to wait for the Taste of St. Louis, and then that's when we hit it. We hit it every time we get a chance to, Brother Bosley. And then I want to make sure I show them this other piece here. Are we still live?
Yeah, we still on. I'm just switching from TV.
Okay, so they can still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, but I want them to see me too. Can they still see me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Exactly right directly on me.
Okay. So I want to hit the flavored pickleball. I don't know where my other ones are, Brother Bosley. I got so much stuff around here. Mary Bosley snatched my stuff too, y'all. That's why I'm going back and forth looking to see what he done snatched. But let's go to the flavored pickleball. There are so many flavors. Sweet and spicy, sweet and kosher garlic, sweet hot garlic, turmeric, root beer pickled, beets, cauliflower, garden, mixed, spicy, watermelon, Chicago style, wild, mild, Caribbean, coconut, green apple, peppermint, bread and butter, blue raspberry, pineapple, kosher dill, spicy dill, cinnamon, strawberry, etc. These are a host of Jolly Rancher flavored. Now they made, you talking about a cleanup down there at that Taste of Black St. Louis? Oh, they cleaned up, man. They cleaned up. I think he's ready when we're ready. They cleaned up. This was a good event, and Allah blessed us to, or blessed them to take care of business on a level that I was really proud. I was proud of all the businesses down there. I really was. I was so proud of all the businesses down there. And Allah blessed us to just mop up down there. Again, the flavored pickleball, just like right now, Saturday morning. Say, for instance, you want some of these pickles. You can go to Market Wagon, marketwagon.com, put an order in, and come Tuesday morning, you'll have them. That telephone number is 314-728-8319. Again, that number is 314-728-8318. Are we ready to come back? Okay, well, let me hop over to this next one called Kay's Kitchen. This Kay's Kitchen. Kay's Kitchen is located at 3719 West Florissant. That's 3719 West Florissant Avenue. That's St. Louis, Missouri. That's 63107. That's right on the corner of West Florissant and John. Dead on the
West
corner.
Florissant and John.
Dead on the corner of West Florissant, right by that school, right by
West Florissant and John.
yeah, dead behind
Right, West Florissant and Bremen, or West Florissant and John.
West Florissant and John. If you
That's way
it's
back
right,
up there by.
it's 2 blocks before
Brian
you get to
Hill.
Grant. Yep, it's right by Brian Hill.
Is it?
That's
Okay.
what I was trying to say.
Okay.
That's exactly where it is. But
Okay.
now you talking about something else that make you just holler, throw up your who that? Throw up your hands and
Make me
you
wanna
holler,
holler.
throw up your
Marvin
hands.
Gaye. Make me
Marvin
wanna
Gaye.
holler, throw up my
There's
hands.
some Marvin Gaye stuff here too.
Throw
man.
up both your hands.
Man, this is something. I took Brandon by there. And when I tell you he came back the next day and then called me to my, hey, bro, Shaheed, you know, it's one thing to tell me about something, but this fool, when I tell you, man, they even run Red Lobster out of business with this.
Oh, hold on now.
Yeah, okay, remember you hear me make stuff?
That's seafood.
I don't, they
That's
got some
seafood.
They got some seafood there.
At
with
Kay's.
At Kay's Kitchen.
Come on now.
At 3719, they got some, this pasta there with this big old lobster on the top with them noodles, man, and put some shrimp in that
You
something.
sure them ain't crawfish from Barn Fairground Park?
Ooh, if they going Fairground, we're going to be.
No. I used to catch
Fish up there.
crawfish in Fairground Park.
You told me that.
I swear by Fairground Park.
Man, they got crispy chicken. They got honey hot fried chicken. They got subs. They got chicken, garlic. They got
At Kay's.
at Kay's. They got garlic salmon, garlic bread. They got chicken Phillies. They got steak Phillies. They got Rich Boy subs. They got
Let me see that menu.
they got. I'm telling you, wild fried rice at the bottom. Man, that fried rice is off the top. That fried rice is off the top, man.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure, man.
See now, I won't go.
Let me see the hand side on top.
That lobster pasta.
Man,
That's something that excites
That's what
me.
I'm telling, man. I
That
told you they could
lobster
take,
pasta.
man. They will put what's called them out of business.
Lobster pasta
Red Lobster has nothing
and
coming,
that seafood fried rice.
man.
Yeah. I
Listen to
think
what
I
I'm telling you
that.
now.
Okay. All right.
Let me do you a favor.
37,
You come go with me.
19.
Let me treat. Do me a favor.
Okay.
Do me a favor. You come with me the first time. I treat.
Okay.
Next time, if you decide you want to go,
Okay.
you got to tell me. Come good with me.
3719 West
Yeah.
Florida.
You
Okay.
tell me if you want to go after the show. You tell me you want to do it Monday. You want? I think they
Kay's
close
Kitchen.
on Monday.
What's the hours? What are the hours?
The hours are from 10 o'clock
10 a.m.
to 5 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
every day, except for Monday.
Kay's Kitchen.
Kay's
All right.
Kitchen.
Check that out.
Matter of fact, you keep that flyer with you.
Oh,
And for me, you don't know if I
hey,
never
you know
gave
what?
nothing.
I'm gonna fold this up
Yeah.
and put it in my
All
pocket.
I'm telling you, if you go up there, I'd like to
If
go
I am.
with you, but if you don't,
Well,
you go up
no,
out there.
I'm going with you.
Say, okay.
I'm
all
going
you
with
gotta
you.
do is tell them.
Yeah, I'm going with you.
Yeah, it's real deal.
Yeah, I'm putting this in my pocket right now.
Yeah. Then we can run against the shoe shine over there at Mike's.
Oh,
Cause
God.
you want, I'm just looking at your shoe right now. I'm just being
Oh,
honest.
well,
I ain't
I
not
need
saying,
it. I
okay,
need
but can I'm
Go
talking,
ahead.
man.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And Bosley, normally when I look down his feet, he look neat by his feet when he hit the street. Right now, he don't care how he putting his feet in the car.
Yeah.
When you get through getting your shoes shine at Mike's, you doing like this. When you put your feet in there, you trying to make sure you sit right. You really don't even want to put it up like this, hit on the gas pedal or nothing. You can't really do that right now, man.
All right. Okay.
Am I saying it right or wrong?
No, you're right. No. You know that.
So let me treat you to a shoe shine.
Sometimes I like that kind of look though, but that's all right. I know what you're saying.
Well, I want to treat. Can I do that? Cause I mean, I
See,
appreciate.
that's they call that rugged look.
Well, you got to
See,
say
that's that rugged look. Now, when I'm moving about, I like that rugged look. But when if I'm
I'm selling
going
tickets.
somewhere,
When I'm selling tickets, hell, I need to go too.
yeah, if I'm going somewhere, now I want a nice clean look.
Okay, yes,
But
sir.
if I'm moving about the city, taking
Okay.
care of business and stuff,
It's
walking
all- it's
around,
all
the
good.
parking lot, I like that rugged look.
Okay,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, man, I'm down there selling tickets. I look down at my feet. I need to see Mike myself.
yeah.
And he's located on Grand and St. Louis Avenue,
Mm-hmm.
called Rise and Shine. You
Yeah.
can look neat by the feet when
Okay.
you hit the street, brothers and sisters. So we just tried to get out a few black
Yeah.
bits. You
And,
got
I want to talk about this book signing event for Freddie Blunt. The name of the book is The Chosen Ones. It's going to be October the 2nd at the Grand Zodiac, 3517 North Grand, time between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. There'll be fellowship, barbecue on the menu.
Okay, so-
Fellowship and barbecue on the menu. That's between 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock. A book signing for Freddie Blunt, The Chosen Ones.
Okay.
October 2nd at the Grand Zodiac,
Okay.
3517 North Grand.
So we got time to talk about that again.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
we'll
the
talk about
second. That's again. That's October. Give me one more time.
October the 2nd
Yes, sir.
at the Grand Zodiac,
Okay.
3517 North Grand.
Okay.
All right? 2 to 5, and there will be barbecue on the menu.
Okay.
Well,
Well, we got to start pushing black business, especially
sorry.
black
And
book
black
signs,
events.
and especially black book
well,
signs.
you know what they
Black-
say. You know what
wanna
they
hide
say.
some-
If you want to hide something from a Negro,
Why you keep? You
I have no. This is true though.
Yeah, but you just
See,
say
I'm
like
not, this is a true statement. If you want to hide something from a Negro,
wait.
put it in a book. Huh?
See, that's why they
no,
always attacking us, cause
Well, and that's fine. And I like to be attacked because my grandfather used to tell me, son, the truth crushed the earth shall rise again.
that's one of your sayings.
So come on, bring it on, because what I'm telling you is the truth.
That's
I'm
John.
I'm standing on
so
it.
in other words, that's John.
I'm standing
That's John
on it.
8:32.
Yeah,
Know the truth and the
I
truth.
don't know
is
what
set-
that.
That's
but
what it is.
what it is. I'm standing on it. Read, and if you want to read a real book, a good book, read The Miseducation of the Negro by Carter G. Woodson. Huh?
You
Come
going-
on
why
now.
you going there like
The
that?
Miseducation of the Negro by Carter G. Woodson. Yeah, and it ain't thick. It's
What-
easy reading. It's
What
big
they-
print
what
too.
they done had today?
Right.
What-
It ain't even 132 pages. Yeah, it's not even 132 pages. But when you finish that book,
Oh,
your
that's-
life will be changed.
Oh, ain't no
Yeah,
secret.
if you open up your mind. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Or go get the
and
ice.
if you know how to read.
Damn, man. Hey, can we go back on the air, man?
Well, come on now.
Can we go back on the air?
Let's go. Yeah, why don't we do that? Yeah. Why don't we do that?
All right, we're gonna be ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, St. Louis. You're listening to the Freeman Bosley Jr. Show on KTZ 1600. Hallelujah. Have you all been liking us? Have you all been sharing us?
Yeah.
Have you all been tagging us?
Tag us.
Have you been following us?
Following us.
We want you to do that now.
Like it.
We want you to like it, share it, tag it, and follow it. Like it, share it, tag it, and follow it. That's the only way we can grow.
Yeah.
We need you to help us grow.
And
we got to grow.
And especially, man, this morning, the way we talk in the morning time, can you imagine the evening, the afternoon? I mean, the things that we say is the truth. We know it. But you was just talking about the reading of the book or Miseducation of the Negro by Carter G. Woodson. Or if you talking about the ISIS paper by Francis Cress Wilson.
Yep, there you go.
If you start talking about certain books, like you said, it's the truth. But if you don't read it, it can't help you. You can't be what you can't see.
Yeah.
So if you can't start seeing these type books and reading them, because I'm going to be honest with you, we really need to be more book clubs. We really need to start some book clubs here on this station with us too, man.
Hey, look, I got a friend. I talk to him every day, and he's an older guy. And sometimes I say, man, what you doing? What you up to? Oh, I'm just looking at the ceiling. He just said, I'm just looking at the ceiling. I said, what, looking at the ceiling? What the hell you doing that for? I ain't got time to do that. I said,
are you for real,
if I had time to look at the ceiling, I'd read a book.
You ain't lying.
That's what I told him.
I ain't heard that before.
If I had time to look at the ceiling, I'd be reading a book.
Wow.
So do something with your time. I mean, just because you ain't, if you don't have anything to do, find something to do.
Oh, yeah.
Find something that's leisurely, like reading. And like they used to say, reading is fundamental. Yeah. It really is. It'll change your life.
It opens up worlds without even having to travel.
Change your life.
Yeah. Well, man, I want to hit a couple things. I want to hit about the police, but I want to hear about the walk this morning, too, just real quick. Yeah, that's that letter I had with me. I pulled it out.
Okay.
They got a 3-mile walk this morning at Hyde Park, right on 20th and Salisbury.
That's in my neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, it's right there. That's Brother Khalil, the brother who runs Tandy, who's really my son. And he's doing a 3-mile walk. And it's in honor of his father. He lost his father, I believe it's about 10 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
And he does, they started a foundation. And what he wanted them to do is be able to be healthy. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull up while we talk. He wanted to be able to be healthy and to be able to have a good mindset. So they're pushing it, and I promised them that I would push it. I'm really proud of him. I'm proud of seeing everything that I really see over at that Gamble Community Center, Tandy Community Center. And it reads, greeting from the Maniers. You are cordially invited to Khalil's birthday relationship walk, run 3 miles. We want to do something different this year to help inspire others to begin continual healthy relationships. So we decided to use my birthday and his father's day. His father passed on his birthday as a platform to do so. It's going to be a fun way to get healthy mentally and physically. Note, this is not limited to a husband and wife relationship. It also includes siblings, friends, and etc. Please join us as interested parties, but RSV Courtney, if you want to come. Anyway, it's too late to RSV because it's today. The walk is, so today is Saturday, September the 18th, Hyde Park at the corner of 20th Street and Salisbury. They started already at 8 o'clock, but they go till 5 o'clock, I believe. From 8 o'clock till you do the 3 miles. I'm looking out here. It's sponsored by the Willie Davis Foundation. That's the name of his father. Dreaming About It and the Willie Davis Foundation. So I'm going to leave here and go there. I promised them I would come out today. I like walking, so, I'll be honest, I'm going to be out early to get my walk in the park. And then I always do that, in the mornings we get up and get our walk in the park. You know who I've been seeing out there on a regular basis, man, in the mornings?
Who's that?
Oh, Sister Mavis.
Who?
Sister Mavis.
Yeah, I talk to her almost every other. I talk to her at least once a week. Yeah, she been walking for a while.
She been walking for a while, so I didn't see her this morning. But I'm just telling people how we normally do it.
She's been walking for a while.
get that walk in, and then afterwards we will. I'm gonna meet them when I leave from here. So hopefully anybody that would like to come, you would come. But again, that's gonna be on the corner of 20th Street. And like you said, that's your area, man.
Right.
You know. So Brother Khalil, we give a shout out to you. You know what you're doing, and the Willie Davis Foundation. You know, it's sponsored by the Dream About It and Willie Davis Foundation. But this is a beautiful event, and the mere fact that somebody do something in behalf of their father means a lot to me. You know, I lost my father, and when you lose your mother and father, it's extremely serious. You know, so again, hats goes off to him. So I want to switch subjects, okay, now, Mary, and I want to reach out to the chief this week, because, you know, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, however long ago it was ago, he made the announcement that he's going to be leaving in February. And I know for a fact they got all kind of people that's going to be trying to throw their hats in for the announcement. And I also believe that they talked about, who was that, diversity. They asked the mayor the question the day that they were there, and I remember her saying that they'd never had a woman before. I don't know if she's putting it out for a reason or not. I'm just telling you what I heard. And that they never had a woman of color before.
Well, what women do they have eligible?
Well, they got lieutenant. If they talking about women, they got Lieutenant Colonel Rocky Jones.
Who's that, Rocky Jones?
Yeah, they got Rocky Jones.
Okay.
They got what's her name? Creasman. I believe she's a major. As far as females. You know, the other one I wouldn't really, because I've been talking about her and the stuff that she's been doing for the longest around there. She's a lieutenant colonel who's over 75% of that police department, and she is a walking nightmare. That's Mary Warnke. But knowing them, you know, if they go to a woman, I could see the white progressive putting pressure on them. Because she's over all the districts right now. She's over mobile reserve, they call it MR. She's over SWAT, she's over K9, she's over traffic, she's over narcotics.
The police department.
She's over specialized units. And she reminded me, I'm just being honest with you, I talked about it once. She reminded me of a new Lakeshore because she's so racist. I mean, she's a stone racist, and the stuff that she had done. I don't understand why IID and them don't come at them. Her, and even though Sergeant Todd Ross, I don't know why they don't say anything to Todd Ross and them on the stuff that they do and the stuff that they cover up on things. But anyway, that's what they do. But I could see them, and I could be wrong, man. I could definitely see if they go for a man, because I know O'Toole has a lawsuit going on down there because they felt they looked over him when Judge Jimmy Edwards came on. He made a big issue about that. But I could see the white progressives, and I could see Rich Callow back in the background maneuvering that like that, you know. And that's going to be a nightmare for the city if O'Toole, and I'm just hoping that she don't make a mistake like that. Now that's going to be worse than the workhouse deal if she put O'Toole there. And I'm not saying she is. I'm just telling you, I know the position of those white progressive and those people that she owes political favors to. And I'm just hoping that she don't make a mistake and put Larry O'Toole in there, because Larry O'Toole is a disaster. I could just see that being a real, real problem.
I've heard that from several places.
Yeah, same thing. Wow. So we don't know, but anyway, you know, it's time. Only time will tell, and we'll see. You know, we'll see. So, but I wanted to make sure that I got that put out there. But I am going to reach out to the chief to try to get him on with us to see exactly, you know, what's happening and what we can get out possibly.
I want to mention again this book signing event for Freddie Blunt. It's called The Chosen Ones. It's a book that he wrote, and it's October the 2nd from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Grand Zodiac from 3517 North Grand from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. And that book is called The Chosen Ones, and it's written by Freddie Blunt. He is the brother of Dr. Lee Blunt Jr., who has since passed, but he's a good writer. He's a good orator, and he was also he retired from the juvenile facility on Vanderbilt. He worked with those kids for a long, long time, and now he's teaching in the St. Louis Public Schools. So he has a wealth of information. And so we're asking people to come out and support him, come out and hear him. Freddie Blunt, the name of the book is The Chosen Ones, and it's Wednesday. I'm sorry, it's October the 2nd, 2021. October the 2nd,
We're gonna push it.
2021
gonna-
at the Grand Zodiac,
we're gonna-
3517 North Grand, between 2 and 5 p.m. We got a couple more.
Anytime it's a book signing,
Yeah.
we should be pushing books.
Yeah.
Anything dealing with books,
Yep.
we should be pushing it. So it shouldn't be something that we just kind of skate over. We should drill down and start talking about books. That's how Brother Mr. Akbar was really known, because he's read over 10,000 books, but he had a bookstore called Akbar Books and Things. And that was one of the things that Malcolm was real deep on. Elijah Muhammad really made it a hunger for us to study. So Allah blessed him, and he told Malcolm to read every book in the library. And then Elijah Muhammad told me, he said, the Holy Apostle, Messenger, I'm finished. The messenger, what should I do next? He said, have you did the dictionary? He said, no. He said, learn every word in the dictionary. See, most people don't know that. Imam Muhammad, which was the Elijah Muhammad's son, he also had a bookstore. They were avid readers, and that's all they did. So that reading is fun.
Reading is fundamental.
So I want to kind of move to another subject, if it's okay. I want to get back on a brother that we loved to death and why he wound up getting fired. And his brother's name was Brother George, Sherman George. See, y'all keep hearing me talk about that name, Rich Callow. It's the reason I'm still talking about Rich Callow. Rich Callow is somebody that needs to be talked about on a regular basis, because he's been somebody that's been in this city, but he's been real quiet. He's sneaky, but he's quiet, but he has a lot of influence. He normally determines who's going to be in the office or who's going to get out the office. And if you think I don't know what I'm talking about, it's somebody I'm not in love with at all, but I have to be honest about it. Ask Clarence Harmon. Ask Clarence Harmon how he got in there, the snake move that they did on Mayor Bosley. From day one, he was the original crew that started on trying to get you out of office, and who did a snake move on Harmon once Harmon got in office. Harmon did everything the white folks told him to do, everything, and extra. He even did Skip to My Lou, My Darling, and Kyle jumped over more, everything they didn't ask him to do, and he barely got many votes. It's, may God be pleased with him, guy that was running for the school board that just passed.
Bill Haas.
Bill Haas. And during that time, Bill Haas was talking about suicide. And I think he got 1,500 more votes. It wasn't too many more votes than Bill Haas as an incumbent. It was because of Rich Callow. But Rich Callow was behind Sherman George being fired. He told, they got rid of the public safety service director and put, what's the brother's name? Did they put there? His name will come to my mind. Just give me 1 minute. And it had him to fire Sherman George, a black man to fire Sherman George, so it didn't look as bad, which it looked bad because we knew where it was coming from. It was coming from Rich Callow, even though Francis Slade played like it wasn't him neither. Who orchestrated that whole deal was Rich Callow, who orchestrated the whole deal behind Homer G. Phillips. He goes back during Shamo's days. Shamo brought him in as a consultant, as his hitman. And he told him, black people want that hospital open. Start telling them you're going to open up that hospital. That was really the reason they got Shamos. Shamos really didn't have nothing going for himself, for real. But when he started telling black people he's going to open up that hospital, and it didn't happen, he said, well, give me the second time. Rich Callow told him to try it 2 times. Didn't do it the second time. He told him, third time, tell him for sure you're going to get it done. That's how he got in there. But it was Rich Callow that was behind him. Rich Callow is the man that was behind them pushing what happened to Sister Hazel Irving. They needed her to get in office, and they pushed her, she pushed them, and as soon as she got in office, when she was sick, on her deathbed, it was Rich Callow that got to Sam Page and told him how to work this deal and how to get rid of her. See, Rich Callow is a man that's been behind a whole lot of things that's been happening in the city of St. Louis for so many years. It's beyond sickening. He was the one that was behind Francis Slade and everything. Most people thought it was Jeff Rankford. It was. Now, not that I'm trying to give him no pass. I'm not trying to give Jeff Rankford no kind of pass. So don't think I'm trying to cover for him. But what I'm trying to tell you for a fact is what Rich Callow did and how Rich Callow was the person who worked with, what's that guy named? Jerry Berger. from the Post-Dispatch newspaper.
Yeah.
I got some people that sent me all kinds of stuff because when you start putting it out there, people who really know,
Right.
they said Jerry Berger was had a scandal on what they call pay for play in his column. At the Post-Dispatch, I put that down. They didn't tell me that part. And the people would pay to get good coverage. And Jerry Berger and him, they would split the money. That's how they would do things. According to what my inside sources is telling me. He took his time and he joined forces with a guy that's well known to most of us called Mike Owens.
Oh, God. Yes, sir. Jump out from behind the bushes.
Jump out from behind the bushes, and where he would do everything, he would make sure he had all the
Ambush Mike.
Ambush Mike is what they used to call him, brother. Ambush Mike. He would make sure he made it his business to come at black people and dog them. That was his. I mean, that was what he specialized in doing. He didn't just do it; he specialized in doing it, you know. And then he would come back after he dogged them out on Channel 2, because I think he was dealing with Channel 2 at that time. Callow had, which one was Mike Owens on?
Channel 5.
Channel 5, that's right, Channel 5. They would come back, and because they had Channel 5 and the Post with Jerry Berger,
Oh, yeah.
they had it where they couldn't miss with
Oh,
us.
yeah, they couldn't.
They would have top four, something about North St. Louis and black folks,
That's right.
and then Channel 5 would come right back there.
Come back and it's like when you go up for a pass or try to catch that pass.
Oh, yeah.
Some guy hits you in the chest,
All right.
and then somebody knock your legs out.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And then what they would do is that they had it so cold that you just about couldn't make it. Once they did a top fold on you with that newspaper in Channel 5, I think at that point Lynn Bill wasn't even there. I think Lynn Bill got a chance to come there afterwards. But all I'm telling you is since the Shamos administration. So I asked these questions about Rich Callow for a reason. Why is Tashara Jones, Mary Tashara Jones, why is she so closely aligned to him? Why is he over the preservation board right now? He's the chairman of the preservation board.
Who is?
Rich Callow. Rich Callow. I stand to be corrected. Now, if I'm wrong, call me and say, Brother Shaheed, you're going a little too far. Call me and tell me. Call 622-314-622-3201. Now it kind of adds up if I'm right. Because I do know that was her campaign manager. I know that for a fact. Now, that's no mistake. Why is it that it ties into why $33 million can't come into the black community? Because you got to pay these campaign promises out. Y'all don't want to hear this truth, but I'm telling you who this Rich Callow is and why things are happening in North St. Louis and why things are not happening the way it's supposed to be in black North St. Louis for black people. That black people, black business people, black entrepreneurs in stores, and black homeowners, why they can't get this $33 million. And why not only that, is veto. Remember, we had a board member to come in here, Sister Pam Boyd, who's over the Black Caucus. Am I right or wrong, man?
Yeah, that's right.
And she said that she went out of her way to do this. It's not that she want to, but a lot of times what happens, they become puppet on the strings. And that's why in the movie The Godfather and also the book, Don Corleone told him, I don't want to be a puppet on a string that somebody could just pull my strings and make me do this, go this way, they go this way. I pull this string, I go all the way this way, and I'm just totally controlled, or what they call a yo-yo. Mm-hmm. You put it on your finger, and then you twirl it and go down, and then you raise your finger a certain way, come back up. Most people, but that's why we have to support black candidates. And we have to put our money where our mouth is, because once they start doing certain things, that's why I keep saying, I wouldn't be surprised if the white progressive don't get O'Toole in there.
Well,
only because when Mayor Tashara Jones had to decide who the chief of police going to be, she got to go to these people because they supported her.
Well, that's right. Well, let's change gears a little bit, and let's go out to the county, because there's a big deal, and it's they really try not to place too much emphasis on it, but the St. Louis County Ethics Committee has an investigation going as it relates to Sam Page, the county executive.
Go right back to
all right.
That's Rich Callow again.
Yeah, well, here's the deal, though. Those of you that don't know, and it's a lot of you that don't know, is that Sam Page, the county executive, is also a doctor. All right.
Wait.
He's a doctor. And he's a specialist in anesthesiology.
Put you to sleep.
He's a specialist in anesthesiologist. Now, here's the rub. He works at Mercy Hospital, okay, in the county. Mercy Hospital, the ethics committee is doing an investigation as to how can you be working at the hospital and at the same time be the county executive, because the county executive's position is a full-time job. You hear what I'm saying?
Wow.
It's a full-time job.
Is he signing something saying he not working?
He is working there. Damn. And, well, if he's not working, let's prove that too, so we can move on. You hear what I'm saying? Let's dispel that doubt. But see, here's the deal now. You're the county executive, and then you doing the business of the county, and then all of a sudden you say, wait a minute, I got to go put somebody under. I'll be right back. Let me go, and then you get a check.
Well, good, he ain't down to the jail. Well, then he can still get out there pretty quick too, though.
Hey, but look here. When I was the mayor, I'm a lawyer by profession.
Yes, sir.
What if while I was the mayor, I opened up a law firm and I started practicing law while I was the mayor?
That's a double.
The mayor's office is a full-time job.
Is that double dipping?
It's not double dipping. It's leaving. It was also conflict of interest, but it's also not necessarily devoting full time to a full-time job.
Makes sense.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You get a full-time work for full-time's pay. You hear what I'm saying?
Wow.
But we got to go to a break, so we'll talk about that when we get back.
Go to a break already?
Yeah, that's what he said. Like they said, that's what the man said. All right, now,
Wow,
let's get ready to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Freeman Bosley Jr. Show on KTZ 1600 AM. Keep it on lock. Quit playing. Ha!
Like that there. That's how we come.
Yeah.
We start off kind of a little slow, just for real. But ain't nothing slow about what we talking about.
I was about to say, that conversation
What we do, what we do, we bring out truths that most of these stations cannot bring out.
They don't want to talk
because
about
they're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
See, that's the whole problem is and then what they want to do. Notice how many shows that I'm willing to bet you, and we're gonna invite her on. She's welcome to come. I'll be honored if Tashara Jones is gonna come. I doubt if she's coming. But
I
she's
think
welcome.
Felicia working on. She's probably be working on that.
Yeah, she's gonna be working on that a long time.
Yeah.
Be like they tell her about a fat man that's got a bald head and got a stomach that's like 300 pounds in the front. It's gonna be a long damn time before he grows some hair and lose some of that weight, But we'll see. But you notice on most of these shows, they're tiptoeing around Tulip, telling her how good she's doing. They all over. See, to pay attention to the ones that's doing this here. See. But that's why you got to, anytime a man can have a woman on her deathbed, and Sister Hazel Irvin put her whole career, and she was a political guru.
Dedicated life.
She dedicated her life to this here. Rich Callow, Sam Page, the reason he got it off is because he had him behind her, and that man decides who really is going to be in position of power politically, because he's been everybody's political advisor. He's Sam Page's political advisor. They get paid to do this stuff. And they show them how and when and what to do. And if you notice, he's in the background. Before now, how many times have you heard of Rich Callow's name mentioned? You don't hear Rich Callow's name mentioned, but you hear it around here. I'm going to do a 10-part series on Rich Callow.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to do it. Yeah, you're going to hear a whole lot about Rich Callow, because I'm going to want to know why Rich Callow is so into the administration here. Mm-hmm. Why do we have so much of this? And then we're going to understand.
Pull the cover off of him.
I'm going to have him buck naked. He's going to be straight buck naked. Yeah, not physically, y'all, because we don't go down that
I've
street.
always wondered, is that phrase butt naked, B-U-T-T, naked, or is it buck, B-U-C-K, naked? Which one is it?
That's a good question. To be honest, I'm not sure.
What is it?
But I know the story. One day I'll tell it on the air of truth and
being butt
falsehood.
naked?
Of truth and falsehood going swimming one day, and how falsehood snatched truth clothes off when they were swimming and put on truth clothes, and how he paraded around as a well-dressed lie until the naked truth caught up with him.
Mm.
It's a heavy story. The first time I ever heard it, Minister Akbar Muhammad told me.
Oh,
And he heard it from the Imam Elijah Muhammad. And he heard it, he said he heard it straight from the messenger. The second time he heard Malcolm teach it. He was one of Malcolm X's first students, Minister Akbar Muhammad, who was another quiet storm behind a whole lot of stuff that happens helping black people. I don't know nobody that have traveled more than Minister Akbar Muhammad, for the record. Minister Akbar, out of 192 nations, Minister Akbar has been to over 175 nations, some of them 20 or 30 times. He's been to Libya alone over 100 times. He's been to Egypt alone over 100 times. He's been to Ghana probably 200 times. This is no exaggeration. Nobody in the world, black or white, have traveled more than Minister Akbar Muhammad. And I don't know too many people other than Minister Farrakhan, who reads the Final Call newspaper from front to back at least twice before it's printed. And both of them are best friends who read more than him and Minister Akbar for right now. It might be some other people out there, but I'm talking about who are. Minister Akbar have read over 10,000 books and have traveled over 175 nations, some of them over 100 times. Not just one time, 100, but some of these countries over 100 times. I've traveled. The first time I ever went to Libya and met Colonel Muammar Gaddafi, it was because of Minister Akbar and Minister Farrakhan took me. That's when I first started traveling. I've been blessed now to go out around the world 8 times. But I'm a small fry compared to them.
You've been around the world 8 times?
I've been around the world 8 times.
Wow.
And that's on a small note.
You gotta crawl before you walk.
Yeah, when I'm straight crawling, because I'm not even out the womb compared to them. You know, if you think about some of the nations, Minister Farrakhan, that's why people trust him. When he make a statement, the first question that they ask is, anybody else talking, who trusts you the way they trust Minister Farrakhan? Nobody. 2 million black men came to prove they trust Minister Farrakhan, and to this day, Minister Farrakhan and outlived all of them, outworked all of them. Not so much lived, only God can tell you how long you're going to live. But when he make a statement, that's why when he talks about this vaccination and not doing, it's because he done dealt with all these doctors from around the world. He's not just dealing, he has influence with doctors that most of us never would have. So when he talks, he might have 200 or 300 doctors on the phone from around the world. When he talking, while we talking this little baby talk, what some white folks are telling us to say. And then the Holy Quran says, and then we can come back on, in chapter 49, verse 6, I seek refuge with Allah against the enemy of God, man, with the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Be very careful of when an unrighteous person brings you news and investigate it thoroughly. Because most of the time when you don't investigate it thoroughly, they cause people to die on a level, and we think we're doing what's right in our heart because we brown people that surround us dying. We don't understand the magnitude of these white folks. What Donald Trump and them think about, if we got one person killed, it would disrupt our whole thinking. These white folks, what they think about having a general come in and saying we're going to lose 100,000 men, we're going to be in this war for 20 years, is nothing to them. Mm-hmm. They don't think like we think. So I think it's time for us to come back. We start talking about these white folks. We've been here for a long time.
Let's get back on.
We'll be back in 5.
Is it the 10-minute segment?
No, this is the last one.
10 minutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action.
What's going on, St. Louis? Welcome back. You're listening to the Freeman Bosley Jr. Show on KATZ 1600. Hallelujah AM. This is our last segment. I'm joined here with Anthony Shaheed, my main man.
Thank you, man. Mary, you was talking about that piece out there with, if you can just take one more minute to wrap that on up with Sam Page and how he was an attorney, or he's a doctor, and how he's at that hospital out there.
Okay. Before I do that, though, let me go into what is the difference between buck naked and butt naked.
Which one is it?
All right, well, that's right. Which one is it?
Yeah.
That is the question. And so I looked it up in Webster. And Webster says, while both buck naked.
Spell them both. Spell them.
Buck is B-U-C-K, naked, and butt naked
B-U-T-T.
are used to describe someone who is fully nude, all right? Buck naked, B-U-C-K, is the older of the pair. Butt naked is much newer and likely sees use because of butt having a long history of referring to someone's buttocks. But you're correct, Brother Shaheed. The correct use of the word, or the pronunciation of the word, is buck naked.
Okay.
All right? All right, now, let's talk about Sam Page. Yes. Now, see.
And let's get him buck naked. Let's expose him.
He may soon be. But see, they're out there conducting investigation, and the hospital that he works at has filed a lawsuit to block the enforcement of the ethics committee's
I guess they are.
request
I believe they are.
for the hospital records.
That sounds
See,
like
the
it.
only way they can verify whether or
they
not
gotta
he
get those
works
records.
there
They got-
is to get the official records.
wait.
And see, as opposed to a hospital saying, well, you know, if you're honest and if you're clean, well, release the records. Or say you don't have any records. You see? So if you're honest and you're clean. So what is it that they have to have?
So we got another stinger out there, huh?
Yeah, that
I thought-
might be.
got-
And see, because here's the issue. If he is working out there, then now what does that mean to the title county executive?
Yeah.
Because county executive, as we know it, is not a part-time job. County executive is a full-time position. So if you're working full-time for the county, how do you have time to work someplace else? Therein lies the rub. How do you do that? And if you do it, what does it mean? What is it? What does a violation of this sort constitute? What is the penalty? Is it forfeiture of office, or a fine, or a resolution telling you not to do it? What is it?
Well, I guess
Huh?
my mind, what light bulb go off in my mind, brother.
Come
Bosley,
on.
and
Let's go.
to the public, is what white privilege means.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest, black people say, these 7 blacks that we get, most of them would say we can't do what white folks do. White folks say we do whatever the hell we want to do.
Yeah.
And the mere fact, then I want to know, just asking the question because I don't know, how do this hospital benefit? They got somebody that powerful there, and they trying to cover for them. How do they get brought into the picture? See, because did they know it? Did they will? And then once they found it out, what did they do about it? You know, it's
Yeah.
like what's happening in the jail. What did y'all do about when y'all found out about what was happening in jail, and what lesson did you learn from that?
Yeah.
Those are some of the questions. But how are they benefiting from this here? See, if he's there, like you said, and they're doing investigations, because now one thing about them white folks, once he started going under oath, you know, and I know they're trying to fix it why he don't even have to go through that.
Yeah.
But if they get to that part right there, he gonna get caught with his drawers down tripping.
Yeah, well, you say, how do they benefit? Nobody's benefiting but him. I mean, because you can imagine that an anesthesiologist, that's a pretty important position because you in the operating room and you're putting people under. Probably anesthesiologists make $500,000.
I agree with that, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm looking at. Too,
What you
man.
looking at?
The mere fact he at that hospital, that's prestige. And I don't know if he definitely he's the main benefactor. But I believe that hospital, the mere fact they know they got a man working there, it don't hurt them none. And I'm quite sure that if he can find something to do that make sure that some money can come their way,
Well, then that's a conflict.
that's a damn good conflict.
That's a conflict.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's a if Mercy Hospital has benefited any way from Sam Page, the county executive, being in office, if they've received any form of remuneration, then that is a conflict.
Yeah,
All right?
that's why I'm bringing. I'm just asking. Chris,
then
but guess one thing we're gonna dig that. Well, I tell you one thing we're gonna do. We're gonna be this station here ain't got a tiptoe around it.
So now you got the potential of him being an employee of the hospital, one, and then the potential of his employment, by virtue of his employment, by the hospital being the recipient of anything of value. That's a second conflict.
You're right,
That's
bro.
a second issue. So they're off to the races, and it'd be interesting to see how the courts come down on this, because basically I think that he's a public official, and anything relating to a public official and some potential employment, that is discoverable,
Yeah.
meaning you can file a lawsuit and find that information out. So they're going to have to answer that.
My problem is, why is Mercy trying to even cover for him? They should be the first one to
Thank
say,
you.
hey, yeah, they should be saying, you know something, that's why I asked the question, how they benefit. I'm just kidding. So, you know, when you don't want to throw certain things out,
Right.
you know, but like you say, what we're going to do is, on this show here, we dig down. And what we don't do, and that's why a lot of them got problems with this show. They got problems with me and my Bosley.
Right.
You know, but their problem is they got a problem with hearing the truth because the truth got to be told.
Right.
You know, and it ties right back into, and I'll close with my guy, who I'm doing the series on, Rich Callow, because that's his advisor.
Yeah.
That's his person, his consultant out there. You know,
My grandfather used to always say, truth forever on the scaffold,
on the thought.
wrong forever on the
throne.
throne. Standeth God within the shadows, keeping watch upon his own.
Dr. King used to quote that too.
Did he?
He used to quote that.
That means truth is forever on the scaffold. Mean it's steady trying to build for
Yeah,
truth.
yeah.
Steady trying to build it. Truth is steady trying to go. Wrong forever on the throne.
Let's don't
You
forget about
understand?
that three-mile walk today.
Okay.
Brother
Wrong
Khalil's
forever
doing it.
on the throne.
Yes, sir. Let's don't forget about that 3-mile walk.
Yeah.
I don't want to forget about that. That's going to be on 20th and Salisbury this morning. So, you know, you can get on down there now. You don't have to wait and get some, you know, get your walk in. It's good to have a walk. Sometimes you don't have to walk the whole 3 miles. Walk as much as you can. But start walking. If you just walk around the corner, some of us done picked up too much weight, and you know you're picking up too much weight. It's not good for you. Find a black business, too. I know you want to jump in there and say anything, but find a black business. You got to spend money with a black business. So if we're not talking about one that you know about, find your own, but spend some kind of money with somebody black. These holidays are going to come, and this is the time to get them into a great position.
That's right. And we're going to get to the bottom of the situation with the jail and with the John Muhammad's request for the Attorney General of the United States to check into the jail. Now, Anthony Shahid, you're right. He wrote the letter on August the 24th.
Okay.
So that's like 3 weeks.
Today's
3 weeks.
18th.
Today's the
18th. So we
15th.
did today's
Yes, right.
18th. So
Today's
we ready.
18th.
So we
you're
ready
right at
4
3
weeks.
weeks.
Okay.
Huh?
18 and 20. Well, I'm saying ready at 4 weeks, but we ain't 4 weeks, but we so close to
Right.
it.
Okay. So 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me 3.5.
Okay.
3.5 weeks ago.
So by the time he come on the next week,
John
it'll be a
Kyle
month.
Muhammad. Yeah,
So by
it'll
the
be a
time he
month.
come on, it'll be a month that he wrote the letter.
We'll do the follow-up.
We'll do the follow-up. So I'm making a note of that. I'm
Get to
making
the
a
bottom
note
of
the
it.
chief of police. We're going to invite him on, Chief
Yeah.
Hayden.
Okay.
So
And we'll probably also know how the court is ruling on that that situation with Mercy and St. Louis County.
well, I tell you one thing, we're going to
Well,
stay on it.
yeah.
We're going to, whatever it
You know
is,
what I'm saying?
we're going to know about it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and we also know the true meaning of the word buck naked. Huh? We finally got to the bottom of that, didn't we? Huh?
Hey, somebody book wild. So now we know which bucket
Yeah,
it is.
we got that. That's right.
You know,
we know.
for a while we were just running
Yeah,
bucket.
for a while we were talking about the butt. Now we realize it's the buck. B-U-C-K. All right, then. Yeah, so that's beautiful, man.
So,
Listen,
man,
ladies
we
and
need
gentlemen.
people to help us, man.
Come on.
We want to thank people for whatever you've been doing. I don't care if you just watch yourself. I don't care if you just call somebody and say, hey, they got the real deal going on. I don't care if you just shared it on your page. I
Help
don't
us
care if
out,
you
please.
but if you like it, here, I'm going to
Hey,
write down.
we want you to like it.
Like it.
We want you to share it with
Share
your
it.
friends. We want you to follow it,
Follow
and
it.
then we want you to tag it.
Okay.
We want you to do as many different things as you possibly can to put us out there, to help us out. Won't you do that for us? We really appreciate it.
So like it, share it,
tag it, follow it.
Like it, share it,
tag it, follow it.
Okay, like it, share it, tag it, and follow it. Like it, share it, tag it, and follow it.
Like it, share it, tag it, follow it. Like it, share it,
This is a good show,
tag
man.
and follow
This
it.
was
You
a
know,
good-
you know that's what we do. You know, and we really appreciate it because you all helped honestly the show to grow by leaps and bounds.
Yes.
You know, people come up to us every day,
All
every
the
other
time.
day. When y'all coming on? What time is the show? Sometimes I get mixed up. I said, well, just keep on. It's the Freeman Bosley Jr. Show on KATZ 1600. Hallelujah. Keep it on lock. Quit playing.
Good show.
Uh-huh.
Brothers and sisters, good show.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let us
Absolutely.
know when we off, Brother Bosley. I didn't get a chance to get on this here, but we'll get this next week too.
That's
This is,
from
them brothers giving me this stuff here, man. So much information. Well, I'm whooping them people behinds up there. Them jails, I'm up on these jails, man. I'm really taking the lead on
And
these
you're the
jails.
only one, so that means we got
Yeah.
a resourceful. We
So
got
I'm
a
not
source.
just saying this here. I'm
That's
just,
right.
when I'm putting stuff out, I'm not just putting it out. I don't know if we still on there, but I want them to
We got an
understand.
independent, reliable and credible source
Yes.
for information on the jail.
Whether they like it or not.
Nobody else has.
Whether they like it or not.
Nobody else have it.
Yeah.
Nobody else have it. We all vote.
I'm in them now.
Mm-hmm.